All right, I want to share this video with the PDF when it drops. So this is Monday, December 1st, I think. And we are diving into part 2 of quarterly theory, right? Deeper dive into a few things. Magneto and doubling theory. This we kind of went over into the part 1, but that being said, it still holds a lot of value. If you aren't really focusing on this, I would recommend because Magneto is more powerful than you think. You're struggling for draws and liquidity. You're like, where's my bias? Well, here's where you can start, okay? So old SMT lows, SMT with the old SMT lows is doubling theory, yeah? Doubling theory is also month to month. So month 1, month 2, highs, lows, etc. How intermarket SSMT reacts. How intermarket SMT impacts doubling theory. Now, when we have intermarket and SMT in the same swing, the Kraken correlation is twofold, doubling theory, right? This is an actual screenshot from Day's chart when he introduced doubling theory. And in that video, he was essentially explaining to us how if you pair intermarket and regular SMT, you get doubling theory. Now, this is as far as I will ever go into doubling theory because this is all you really need to get the rest. Now, I call on to any of you to hit my DM and we can talk about this, but this is intermarket and SSMT, right? We combine it all with the Magneto, with the doubling theory. You actually can catch some crazy moves. So what pairs work the best? FX, indices, NQE, SYM, NVIDIA, Microsoft, Apple, EUGU, Dixie, with the bonds, right? These are the bonds. Mismatched, correct, and correlations, right? If you're on my email list, you know there's 4 types of SSMT, right? These are them. Do you notice anything about these highs? You should, right? The anchor point is this swing high. See this swing high here? When in an SSMT, you have 2 major swings, the first swing and the second swing. For this exact mismatch crack correlation, you're focusing on the first swing, right? You have body, no wick. The body closes over the body. Wick, no body. But wick's the high, no body close. No wick, no body, nothing, right? Nothing goes above the high. Body, wick. Both bodies go over, wicks go over as well. Here's an example of it. When you have these 3 in a sequential SMT swing, it becomes something you can rather trust, right? So this is an example of a mismatch crack correlation. Often under these conditions, the reversal is much stronger. Watch your first swings. Now, rolling into time and new week opening gaps. During quarter 4 of the yearly cycle, October 1st, December 31st, new week opening gaps become supercharged. They alone can stop, hold, and reverse price, even with no SMT. The biggest question is, how can this be applied fractally? Think about it. Quarter 4 of the year. What does that mean? Are there quarter 4s of other time frames? Yes. Okay, that being said, this new week opening gap is from November something of this year, which is in quarter 4. And these are the reactions we are getting off of it. Rather insane ones. New week opening gaps are essentially true opens on steroids. The reason is 2 things. Last week's close, this week's open. Both levels can be used engaging a short-term traders overbought as oversold levels. Essentially just premium discount, right? That's it. Institutions pay attention to these levels. Last week's close, this week's open. As highs and lows are used for sequential SMT, you can think of OTE as the same. OTE and sequential SMT. Now breaking this straight down, reminder, 0.62 to 0.705 is your OTE level. We take OTE on a swing and we are watching each indice react, right? We can see that NQ does not drop into the OTE. ES does, Dow does as well, but far beyond. There's no SMT at these lows. We're just using this to go long. Pairing hidden and SSMT, right? Regular and hidden SSMT. This is one of the ways you can trust a 1-stage SSMT. This one's a favorite of mine, actually. When in the same swing, we have both hidden and regular SSMT. We do not need a second stage. This goes back to the 4 types of sequential SMT. Pay attention. this is what we're looking out for, right? How we have with the bodies, SSMT, and with the wicks, SSMT. Bodies, wicks, right? This goes back to the 4 types, right? With the 4 types, you only need 1 stage. Keep that in mind. But anyways, that is all for this part 2 of the PDF. I hope that you enjoyed it, and subscribe.